that really excited me. Having all those guys there and going to a defensive line that's already solidified. Really, I mean, just add, like I've been saying, adding my little piece, but guys that already know how to rush.
Hey Browns fans, Nathan Zegura here for another installment of our Browns Work From Home series. And this time we bring you another one of the newest members of our team, defensive end Adrian Clayborn. And Adrian, first of all, let me just say welcome to the Cleveland Browns. I know everybody excited to see that you decided to join the team.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm very, very, very excited to join the team.
We're very excited to have you, former Super Bowl champion, a guy that's known, obviously, in Big Ten country for the great job you did at Iowa, former first-round pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bringing that veteran presence. And I'm sure you had a lot of options in free agency. When you can get to the quarterback like you can, you are highly coveted. So why were the Browns the team that you said, you know what, I want to go to Cleveland, I want to be a part of this?
Yeah, I was just looking for a situation where I could come in and play the way I'm used to playing and go somewhere with the defense was kind of similar to what I'm playing in the last couple of years, minus the Patriots. Yeah, and I found that I didn't even know the defensive coordinator came from San Fran. Once I found that excited me a lot. So, yeah, then I got to talk to everybody over the phone, obviously. And, yeah, it all worked out, all came together.
Yeah, absolutely. You had the defensive coordinator, Joe Woods, obviously was with San Francisco last year, and your defensive line coach, Chris Kiffin, was with the 49ers a year ago as well. And you mentioned that scheme. What is it about that scheme that you like so much?
It's just fun to play in. It showcases your skills and what you can do, and it just lets you play freely. Not much thinking, like I've been saying, and just play, just show what you can do.
Have you got a chance to talk with Joe Woods, and kind of what were those conversations like?
Yeah, I talked to him right around before I was signing. Just talked about scheme wise and what he wants to do with the defense, what he's looking to do, and how do I see myself potentially fitting into it. And talked to Kiffin, and it was all good conversations.
And you get to go into a room that's got a very talented young pass rusher in Myles Garrett. You know what it's like to play with a very talented young pass rusher. You did so in Atlanta when Vic Beasley had that monster season. And, you know, when you get that tandem, not to mention Olivier Vernon, all three of you guys can be on the field together. That's when magic can start to happen. And was that part of the equation too, knowing, look, I get to go somewhere where the guy on the other side of me, Myles, is going to be drawing a lot of attention all the time when I'm out there?
Yeah, that really excited me. Having all those guys there and going to a defensive line that's already solidified, really. I mean, just adding, like I've been saying, adding my little piece, but guys that already know how to rush it are proven, and it's going to be fun, I believe.
I think it is going to be fun. And, you know, last year you were one of the top in terms of pass rush win rate in the NFL, and obviously very successful. And sometimes those things don't necessarily show up in the stats as sacks, but when you're generating that kind of pressure, you're impacting the game. So as a defensive lineman, how frustrating is it when you know you make a great play, you've infected it, you've affected the quarterback, he has to make a bad pass, and you get your team off the field, but it just doesn't count as a sack?
I mean, those type of plays, I don't mind. If I affect the play and the quarterback throws in the grass or he gets out of the pocket and it's a bad play, I like those plays. I mean, there's not a sack, but I know I caused it. It's the plays where you get to the quarterback and you hit him and he still completes it and you could have had a sack. Those are plays that suck. But as long as I'm affecting the game, that's all I care about.
Yeah, and certainly you'll have an opportunity to do that. You've done that your entire career. As I mentioned, a former first-round pick. And the Browns have added a lot of former first-round picks this offseason on the defensive side. I don't know if you've gotten to talk to any of the guys who have come in as well with you in this free agent class, or even talk to some of the current players. But what's kind of just the vibe you've gotten from some of your new teammates thus far?
I haven't got to talk to many guys. I mean, I messaged with Sheldon a little bit because I know him from St. Louis. He's excited to have me. But yeah, I haven't got to talk to anybody. It's weird times. Usually, like you said earlier, I'll be there right now. I mean, I'll be getting out of workouts, and now I'm at home, so it's weird. But I'm excited to meet everybody once the office is over.
Sheldon is one of my favorite guys on the team, and last year with injuries ended up playing some defensive end, and I'm sure he's very happy to see reinforcements back in that defensive end room so he can just go ahead and work against guards all day long and have a field day with those guys on the inside. But a nice St. Louis connection for you to have a familiar face like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, him and Kersey last year, he had nothing but great things to say when he saw me sign. So that was awesome.
Yeah, another St. Louis, Iowa Browns connection there. And Kirko, obviously one of our favorites for his entire tenure here with the Browns. Adrian, I just wanted to ask you you mentioned it's kind of a weird offseason. Normally you'd be here. You'd be here already getting your workouts in. I know the coaches have said that, iPads have gone out. So what kind of, from a football standpoint, are you able to do right now? And we'll get to the physical part of it, but just from a mental standpoint to get ready.
Yeah, the coaches have been doing a great job. They've been sending out videos each week, well, since last week. So this is the second week of it. Putting in the defense, a couple plays at a time, and then just going over their philosophy as far as what they expect from your defense. It's been good. I mean, it's not the same, but I mean, it's just like being in a team meeting. Just press plays, break out your iPad or whatever, and make some notes while they're talking. So it's been just trying to make it as normal as possible, but it's been good.
And it's just not normal. And I'm sure you probably thought at this point, you've seen it all in the NFL. And then we probably, something comes along like this that none of us have seen in our lifetimes, and it has that impact on there. And then, you mentioned from a physical standpoint, look, you're a big, strong guy. That requires a lot of maintenance to stay strong and in shape. So how have you been able to do that with the challenges that have been presented by coronavirus?
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, I'm fortunate enough to have a gym in my basement. So I've been working out down there, getting after it. Bought the Peloton bike back in January, so been killing it on that. And then been going out in my front yard and messing up the grass up there, just doing like ladder drills and stuff. But just trying to stay active and be in shape is this is what's going to make or break a bunch of guys. See how guys adapt and come back in shape or out of shape. So just gotta be in shape and be ready for it whenever time calls.
That's great that you have the gym and great you have the Peloton. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb as somebody who has one as well, that you're going to be in very good shape when you come back. My wife just got me into this Tabata program that they were doing, and I did a 45-minute Tabata. I was like, no, this is not fun. Not fun for me. I'd like to enjoy myself on this bike a little bit, but it's an unbelievable workout.
It really is. It really is. Tabata is one of the hardest ones out on there. Those are killers.
They're killers. So 10 seconds to recover feels like zero. No seconds at all to recover. Not fun. So that's great that you've been able to stay in shape. And when we talked earlier on Cleveland Browns Daily, you mentioned you just had a son. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's it like to get to have you're going to get more family time than probably you would have otherwise been able to have? You mentioned you should be in Cleveland. So that's got to be a pretty special time for you.
Yeah, that's been the best part. Just being able to hang with my newborn pretty much every day, all day, besides when I'm working out. And it's been good. Me and my wife been having more time together. So it's been awesome because usually it's back and forth on the weekends. And then, it's been good. Yeah,
sometimes it's a forced slowdown. Forced to be a homebody can be a good thing at times. What have you kind of been doing? You mentioned the working out and obviously watching the tape and getting ready for football. But outside of football, what have you been doing other than being with your family? Any TV shows you're watching? Video games? What have you been kind of getting into during this time?
We've been watching pretty much everything. We finished Ozarks last week. Love that show.
What an unbelievable season 3. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought the acting took a notch up on this season. It was good. It was good.
Agreed.
What else have I been watching? I just started Chicago Fire just because I'm running out of shows, but that show's pretty good.
Pretty solid. Yeah, Ozark. Solid. I'll go back to Ozark real quickly. Your acting went up, everything. Like when it ended, I was like, I need season 4. I need it right now. I need to know what's going on. I
was binge watching it, so I didn't even know it was the last episode. And then what happened at the end, I was like, whoa.
That'll get you.
It was good.
We'll call it swift. There was a swift justice that happened at the end of the season.
Don't want to give it away.
No, we do not. No spoilers on this program. So that's good. And Adrian, you mentioned you talked with Sheldon. How much are you looking forward to being able to get back and get around the guys? Because when you talk to guys who have been in the league and had success like you have, Super Bowl champ, as I mentioned, it's the locker room. It's the camaraderie. It's being around the guys that people love and crave. So how excited are you for the time when it comes that you'll be able to do that again?
Yeah, that's the best part about the NFL, I believe, just hang around the guys. And the offseason is kind of the best part because it's not stressful. It's not in season, so you're not really too tense, but you just go in there, work out, and then afterwards you just have fun and joke around for an hour before you go home, and it's fun. So I miss those, but hopefully get it back soon.
Yeah, and we all hope that we will get that back soon. I think everybody is craving that sense of community and camaraderie, and the Browns actually doing as much as they can for the community during this period. I don't know if you know this or not, but the new jerseys drop on Wednesday. It was announced today, and the Browns are actually going to be donating 100% of the proceeds from those jerseys to COVID-19 relief funds around.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trying to use this to be a good thing. And it's, one of those situations where it's all bigger than any one of us. And I think you'll see when you come up here to Northeast Ohio, I know Bo was telling you on CBD that it's got that collegiate atmosphere. This is a passionate fan base, a passionate place, and they are going to be thrilled to have you on this team. And I'm sure as a player, there's nothing better than when you're playing, with and for passionate fans.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes the games worth it. That's what we play for, the passionate fans and having them get after it. It's fun. It's fun to watch. I can't wait.
We cannot wait as well. You've mentioned multiple times, and I think right now I could answer this for you. I know you're a hard worker. You're somebody who prides yourself on your dedication, first in the building, last out of the building, doing everything you can to maximize your talent and maximize your production on the field for the team. But, these fans, they love anything. Is there anything, a kind of a random nugget about you, something, maybe from your past or something that you hope for your future that you would want Browns fans to know about you or to be able to, connect with you over?
It's like football wise or anything?
Anything at all. Doesn't matter.
Well, I'm an avid golfer.
Oh, okay. Now you're
anybody
speaking my language.
Want to get out when this thing's over? I've golfed with fans in Atlanta, so yeah. I mean, I'm not the best, but I love it. So it's my other competitive way to get my competitive juices going.
Okay, let's talk about your game a little bit. I would imagine I'd imagine you can hit the ball a little bit of a ways down the fairway.
I can hit it far. It just depends on where it goes. No, I've dialed back my swing a whole bunch, so I've got it under control. I'm average hitter. I don't hit it crazy far, but I can get it down the fairway. But yeah, I had to take that backswing down a little bit so I can control the ball. But getting better, man. I love it. It's such a hard sport. So
it most certainly is. I played golf in college, and it is.
I'm not playing with you then.
We'll have a good time. That's what it's all about. It's about being with the people and having a good time. Yeah. But it's the most challenging game ever. And you think about, you're out there, you're dealing with, 300-pound offensive linemen and you need to get to the quarterback in less than 3 seconds. And in golf, this ball, it's just sitting there. It's not moving. There's nothing going on. Right. And yet it's the hardest thing to do.
Golf is way harder than football. Way harder.
It's crazy. Well, that's good. And listen, you're a lot of good golf around here in Ohio. Obviously, there's a ton of good golf, and so that'll be good. Nice. See, there we go. We've had who wouldn't have guessed it. Love it. We'll have to tee it up. I still say Gary Barnidge, former Browns tight end, hits a golf ball farther than anybody I've ever seen it. And we usually do around this time of year, or coming up soon, we would have the Cleveland Browns Foundation, the golf outing. I played with a few holes with Sheldon last year, but he was more of just let me drive around the cart and talk trash to everybody than a golf player himself. Yes, it does sound about right. Talking trash and Sheldon Richardson go together pretty well. Well, Adrian, we really, really appreciate you taking the time to take some time out of your day and talk with us here today. I know everybody is very excited to see you get to Cleveland, be a part of the Browns. We're thrilled you decided to make the decision to join this organization and excited to see what this season, when we finally get to it, has in store.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to get going.
Us either. Adrian, thanks so much for the time.
Yep, no problem.